So to kick off, first I would love to introduce Councilwoman Adrienne Adams. And first, thanks you. She is our event sponsor for today. Can we have a real quick round of applause? As a lifelong resident of Southeast Queens, Councilman member Adrienne E. Adams was elected to the New York City Council in November of 2017, becoming the first woman elected to represent City Council District 28, which covers the Queens neighborhoods of Jamaica, Rochdale Village, Richmond Hill, and South Ozone Park. Councilman member Adams is a long-standing member of several community-based organizations, including the NAACP, the National Action Network, which champions civil and equal rights and the provision of academic funding and scholarships to deserving students. Councilmember Adams is also a professional vocalist who considers her spiritual-inspired vocal gift as her secret weapon. She is #proud to serve New York City. Committees she serves on include Committee on Civil Service and Labor, Committee on Finance, Committee on Land Use, Committee on Public Safety, Committee on Rules, Privileges, and Elections. Bear with me. As well as the Black, Latino, and Asian Caucus. I would like to pass it on, and we will then move forward through, oh, perfect, you have a mic. So we have one round of applause, and thank you.
Thank you, Katie, and welcome, everybody. I am Councilmember Adrienne Adams, and I welcome you to District 28, what I call the Great 28. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are standing in Baisley Pond Park, the heart and soul of Jamaica, Queens. This is our park, our gem, our Flushing Meadows, but we call it Baisley Pond Park. I do have remarks for you this morning, but standing here, and he has to go, so I am going to hold my comments. And I am going to just introduce you to the most amazing leader that I think that we have ever had in the city of New York. Senator Chuck Schumer happens to be the majority leader. He leads us with wisdom and grace in Washington, D.C., and he is now a part of an amazing group of amazing elected officials who have had to clean up the horrific mess left behind by the one that we call 45 because we don't dare say the name of the orange face. So, we thank Senator Schumer for taking a little time. He is a friend of mine, by the way. We love him dearly, and we especially thank him for coming into Queens, coming into the Great 28 this morning, taking time out of his very, very busy schedule to address us and to let us know just what witness to mass incarceration means to all of us across this nation, and particularly the love that we have for our beloved Evie Litwack. So without further ado, I present to some and introduce to others the amazing Majority Leader, Senator Chuck Schumer.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Adrienne, and let me just return the compliment. You know, there are elected officials who have come on the scene in the last 3 or 4 years who have just knocked our socks off with their hard work, their dedication, their intelligence, so much, and their conviction in making this country, this city, this borough a fairer, better place, particularly for people like the mass incarcerated, like people of color who have been left out for so long. There's a sea change happening. And that is great. And one of the leaders of that great sea change is this wonderful Adrienne Adams. Let's have a round of applause for her as well. Adrienne E. Adams, as I just learned. Now, I am with you all the way. You know, the greatest resource we have is human resources. And we have neglected so many human resources. We've neglected our kids in poverty, and in the recent ARP bill, we passed a law that will take half the kids in New York and America out of poverty. That's going to be amazing. Every family, 90% of the families here in the 28th CD should have started getting $300 a month for each child 0 to 6, and $250 a month for each child 6 to 17. And if you haven't gotten that, this is just, if you file taxes in 2019 or 20, you get it automatically added to your bank account. But if you haven't filed taxes, please, a lot of people don't know, go to the IRS website, irs.gov, and look up child tax credit, and it's supposed to be simple to figure it out, to file and get money for your kids, for yourself, to help your kids. But another great resource we have neglected are those who have been incarcerated. And when they emerge from their incarceration, they should be helped and hallowed for getting out and making a better life for themselves and their families and their children. But instead, our society puts barriers in the way. We need productive people in this society. Everyone reads about the shortage of workers. Well, when someone has a criminal record and doesn't get hired or isn't able to start a business, that makes things so much worse, not just for them and their families, but for our whole city, our state, and our country. So I am dedicated to not only Suitcase Sunday, but to the great work that Evie Litwack has done in Witness. And let's hear it for her, because she's the heart and soul. What's your dog's name? Wow. Her dog is wearing one of these LGBTQ hats, and her name is Allie. I don't want to make a comparison, but my daughter's name is Allie, and she has a beautiful wife. So there you go. I get a hat, she said. Okay, so here are some of the things we've done, and here are some of the things we're trying to do. One, I worked very hard in the bill that passed in December that incarcerated people could get Pell Grants. That is a huge thing. So people can study and learn. They can get a technical course, a 2-year course, a 4-year course. So when they get out, they can have a profession, a job, and be a productive citizen. We made sure that when the PPP program was available, that those who were formerly incarcerated and had records could get it. And many of our small businesses, started by people who were formerly incarcerated, have gotten that PPP money. In the past, they were excluded. Why? Doesn't make any sense. I have introduced with Senators Booker and Wyden just this past week a bill to legalize marijuana, and in that bill, the records of those who were punished for the overcriminalization of marijuana get their records expunged. So there's lots of things we're trying to do to help. And I pledge to Evie, to Adrienne, and to all of you, you have a friend in the Majority Leader. Whatever other ideas and help you need, I will go to bat for you. So thank you. God bless you. And let's hear it for all the people here today, formerly incarcerated, who are doing great things in small business. Thank you, and God bless you.
Let's hear it. Majority Leader, Senator Chuck Schumer. Thank you, Chuck. You know, Witness is an amazing organization. It gives new life and new hope to formerly incarcerated people, which is why it is so very crucial that we celebrate the resilience and highlight their successes today. When Evie and I sat down a few years ago and I heard her story, I was absolutely blown away. I was blown away by Evie's commitment, her dedication to ending mass incarceration and helping people whose lives have been negatively impacted by the criminal justice system, especially women, LGBTQ individuals, and women of color who face massive hurdles and barriers upon their reentry into society. We're talking about 700,000 people who are released from prison every year who need support in the form of housing, jobs, health and mental health care, and so much more. And that's exactly what the Suitcase project does. Witness to Mass Incarceration is providing the resources that formerly incarcerated individuals need to begin their lives anew, including a cell phone, computer, clothes, necessary essentials, literally in a suitcase. They're connecting formerly incarcerated people 6 months before their release with a support network like faith-based organizations to help meet their specific needs. It's also about empowering and treating people with dignity, like meeting people upon their release and just taking them out for a meal. It's very simple stuff. The empowerment piece is particularly important, which is why I'm such a strong supporter of the MAP project to create a network of formerly incarcerated-led businesses and services. Yay, MAP project. We must support and celebrate our entrepreneurs. They're out here today in Baisley Pond Park. We have to celebrate them because they're making a difference in their communities, which brings us right now to today's event. We have more than 50 formerly incarcerated people-led businesses here today that Suitcase Sunday will be highlighting, and it's imperative that we show our collective support for each and every one of them. This is an incredible event that I'm so proud to kick off this morning with Evie. I know that we're going to have some performances later on. We're going to have some community leaders and some faith-based leaders speaking, which I'm really psyched about also. We're going to have some spoken word. We're going to have a lot of fun here today at Baisley Pond Park. This is truly a groundbreaking event, Evie. Thank you. And I know that it will continue to make a difference every single year. It's going to make a difference in the lives of formerly incarcerated people and the community at large. So I want to thank everyone who's here today, who thought that it was so important and so great and so wonderful, like I did, that we come out here on this beautiful day. God held the rain. He held the rain. He brought the sunshine. She brought the sunshine for us here today. Thank you to my friend, especially the amazing, the great Evie Litwalk and Allie. Thank you. From the very bottom of my heart, Evie. Oh gosh, thank you for your passion. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your vision to especially help marginalized people who are re-entering and starting a new phase of their lives. So I continue to be inspired by you, just like I was those few years ago when we first met. I'm inspired by your story and your organization, your resilience, your love, your passion, and your compassion. Thank you. And I will continue to be a supporter of Witness to Mass Incarceration and all of the wonderful, important programs that you're leading and all of these wonderful entrepreneurs that you have helped to build. I congratulate you all on your success. Keep going forward. Excelsior. Success. Thank you, Evie. Thank you, Witness. Thank you, entrepreneurs of our great community. And welcome once again to the Great 28.